Alright guys, welcome to another trade recap here on the channel. Today is another trade recap, of course. It's been a while since I posted a trade recap. Last trade recap was, I don't even know how many days ago. Let me just check real quick. 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Last trade recap was 4 days ago and it was a W. Today I did go break even. I made $1 today. Made $1 right here after 2 days without trading. So total in the month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. 6, 7 days. Oh my god, I can't. But like I said, today I did go break even. And let's recap this trade. So for buys today, I was bullish. Why? Because we're on all-time highs market conditions. All-time highs conditions, whatever it's called. On the 4 hour here, I see where we have this 4 hour gap here that we were filling. And yeah, that's basically it for the 4 hour. 1 hour, this is where I mostly got like my trade idea. So right here, you guys can see that we're just accumulating. And basically what I was thinking is this is a high time frame PDI model or an AMD setup, accumulation. And then what I wanted to see is some type of manipulation to distribute to all-time highs or as previous days highs. And for my confluences for this was, first we had that 4 hour gap. We have this 4 hour gap overlapping with this hourly gap, and then then this 15-minute gap overlapping with that. Then we also have equilibrium from this low to previous day's highs, right inside of all those overlapping fair value gaps, which I loved to see, and I wanted to see some type of play in there. So in my Discord, if you guys want to join the Discord, go to my Instagram or go to my Instagram and join from there. I still don't know how to put links in my Instagram. In my TikTok descriptions. That's something I really gotta look at. But this is what I said in the Discord. Good morning, whatever, let's skip that. And then I said, I'm coming bullish today. Yet again, we are all-time highs conditions. And I'm going to be bullish until proven wrong. Drawn liquidity is all-time highs and London highs because they were relative equal highs. London high and previous day's highs. And until proven wrong. London highs. High time frame, like the hourly PA, is just accumulating. So this could be a high time frame PDI model or an AMD setup. So I'm going to see I want to see the manipulation down into the silver bullet, which is just a bunch of fair value gaps overlapping. The 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 15-minute fair value gap getting filled, as well with taking out London lows and filling equilibrium in the range and look for longs from there. We do have news at 9:50. I made a mistake. It was 9:45, and I'm going to wait for that. What do you guys think? And then right here's a picture of the accumulation range on the 1 hour, and this is my little roadmap of what I wanted to see. Like I said, there was news today. The reason why it could have been super choppy is, first we did have 9:45 news that helped us a bit. And then 9:50 we had Trump speaking. It was an orange folder, so I wasn't really too worried about it. And then after we did have Powell speaking today, so it could have just chopped like it did today because of that. But it did present a very nice setup. So on the 1 minute, market opens and ES starts pumping while NQ starts displacing lower. And what happened here? We made an SMT at the highs with London highs, and then later on we made this SMT with London lows. And what did I want to see here? I wanted to still see equilibrium on this range get hit. But also, if there were to be an SMT with all-time highs or as previous days highs, I wasn't very confident in taking this trade because of the SMT, and it could have just continued lower. But as you guys can see here, it just edged it. And for me, that's a good, like, you can look for a continuation model too there. But yeah, that's it for the S&P. We ended up displacing lower. We're in equilibrium in this range. I was willing to, I think there was a 2-minute or a 3-minute. I think it was this 2-minute. No, it was 3-minute right here. I was willing to enter off this 3-minute fair value gap getting inversed right here, but it kept respecting it, so I just didn't do anything. And besides, it didn't even inverse the gap. It made equal highs and also opened up the 15-minute gap right here. Then we start displacing lower, and we're still in this 15-minute gap. We're respecting that 15-minute gap. We take out this internal low, and then we see a V-shaped recovery with this 3-minute fair value gap. Now, I didn't enter exactly when that inversed. I was actually on the 2-minute waiting for a 2-minute inversion because I didn't pay attention to the 3-minute and noticed there was a 3-minute fair value gap because you always have to take the highest time frame inversion. So I waited for some type of little pullback, and I entered right here, right where the candle was. I was risking around 200 today. I did de-risk. Why did I de-risk? Mostly because of the divergence. ES was going up and NQ going down. But this was a solid setup. I'd give it an A because we have an SMT, took out London lows, equilibrium of the range, and we're in this 15-minute gap. Hourly gap, 4-hour gap, and yeah, stop loss was at the SMT low. I forgot to move it. SMT with London lows. We also had this SMT right here, this internal low with that. So I put my stop loss there. Another reason why I put my stop loss, which I'll explain in a bit, TP was at this other 5-minute fair value gap up here. And we had this 5-minute gap and this 15-minute gap where I went break even. And this is a mech long, so it was a pretty good mech long. It looked like it was going to go. But this is what happened. We started absolutely chopping in drawdown. And this is where my emotions kind of went on tilt. But I had to force myself to lock in again because here I'm noticing what? We're accumulating again. Obvious accumulation. And I'm thinking, if we want to go low, if we want to go higher, we're either going to manipulate down and go up and distribute from there because we're going to accumulate here, manipulate, and then go up. This low right here that I marked out, this is where price, this is where PB Blake said this in his trade recap. This is where I got it from. And it's a good thing that I put my stop loss at the SMT lows because this would be the lowest point where price would, where I want to, lowest point where price, holy crap, I can't talk. The lowest point where price should go and just go up from there, I guess. I don't know how to explain it correctly. But I was thinking we'd soup this low, a turtle soup. After we took out that low, we manipulated down and took out all this. We would see some type of distribution. And as you can see, we reacted nicely off of that low. We souped the low. And then we started getting some legs up. We filled in that 15-minute gap. I went break even from there. And at this point, when we were chopping like this, I didn't even want to be in this trade no more because I knew this was low probability after. So I went break even at this 15-minute, and we got break even, unfortunately. There's nothing really you can do. I'm glad I went break even. I got stopped at break even instead of losing. And yeah, how long is this recording? Yeah, I'm just glad I got stopped at break even and not a loss for $200. So unfortunate, but this is how it goes. And then it started chopping. I was willing to enter off of, there was a short, like if it wanted to continue this, all of this, like it did, There was a short we could have taken that it was with this 15-minute. 15-minute gets filled. We have an SMT in there with these equal lows, equal highs, I mean. And you would have entered off of this 1 minute IFVG. You can target like this low right here. Probably would have got stopped at a break even though. Reason why I didn't enter this trade is because after all this, first I had to go to school. Second, after all this, I just didn't want to even look at the charts no more because it was just low probability day. And we had Powell speaking, which was at 12. I want to see how price moved. 12, right? 12.35. So yeah, if someone knew how to catch shorts from there, that would have been nasty. But yeah, that concludes the trade recap. Break even trade. Unfortunate. But yeah, that's the trade recap. Hope you guys enjoyed that trade recap. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on road to 150 subs before the end of the year. That's another goal I also mentioned in my TikTok or my video on short form content. So make sure you guys go follow there. I'm going to leave the... I still got to figure out how to do that. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave any advice, any critics, any support in the comments. Comment down below any new video ideas. Tomorrow I don't have school, so I feel like I'm probably gonna film a day in the life, and yeah, because I'm barely gonna have anything to do. So yeah, that concludes the day. Hope you guys liked it. Again, God bless y'all, trade safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and God bless y'all.